of the greatest rock songs of all time. This is Album-splain.
Hello everyone. How are we doing today?
Are we being heard, Landon?
There we go. I think that fixed it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, hello everyone. My name's Landon.
And I'm Bella.
Or am I Bella?
And I'm Landon.
The world may
never know.
Never know. It is always a mystery.
Yeah, frankly, we never really know what's going on, and I think that's the appeal of this show. Landon, do you want to talk, maybe introduce
Sure.
the album?
So this week we are talking about Blondshell's latest album, which is called Another Picture, which is the deluxe version
of If You Asked for a Picture.
Yes.
She really ate him up with that one.
Yes, they did.
This is a 1 hour, 14 minute, 19 song deluxe track with 2 discs. What's your opinion, very quickly, on Another Picture versus If You Asked for a Picture? Which one's your favorite? Which one is your least favorite? Tell me.
If You Asked for a Picture is definitely, I feel like, the more like cohesive project.
Yes.
Because especially after Brat, everyone's doing remixes now with other artists.
Like, this is not Brat.
I know.
Well, it is Brat, but like.
But yeah. This, like, adding on artists for just because I feel like it can be detrimental sometimes.
And in this case,
it kind of is, kind of isn't.
It's like, it's okay.
It's okay. I mean, in general, this isn't like an album I see myself returning to a whole lot.
Oh, speak for yourself. This is not Another Picture, but If You Asked for a Picture. Oh, that's going on my Spotify Wrapped, probably in the top 10 if I had to say.
Oh, okay.
Arms is one of my favorite songs of all time,
So you actually saw Blondshell fairly recently.
Sabrina,
like last week, right?
9 days ago? Monday night with Jess. Shout out Jess.
Yeah.
It was.
What was it like?
It was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't sound just like her record, but in a good way. Like, those rock songs are so much more vibrant live.
Mm-hmm.
I should pull up the set list, but she played almost all of my favorite songs, including a new song, Berlin TV Tower,
which is the new original song from her
disc 2, from
her deluxe edition.
Yeah,
Another Picture.
And it just was a life-changing event for me personally. I've been a fan of hers since I was 16, when she was really tiny, not as a person, but as an artist. On her set list for the show was hits such as 23's a Baby, Toy, Docket, Sepsis, What's Fair, Veronica Mars. I almost just said the words instead of TNA.
Ooh.
TNA. Arms, Change. She, of course, covered Diet Pepsi by Addison Rae, and she ended with Salad. And it was a quick 1 hour and 5 minute show. It was at the Crescent Ballroom. Shout out the Crescent Ballroom.
Which is one of my favorite venues in probably Phoenix.
Do you want to talk a little bit about why you like it so much?
So, for those who haven't been able to experience the Crescent Ballroom in Phoenix, it is a very tiny venue. Like 200, 300 people max, probably.
Yeah, it's a step more. The Valley Bar, I would say, is the smallest one, but the Crescent Ballroom is probably the second smallest.
Mm-hmm. I saw someone on TikTok talking about this recently.
Oh, really?
I'm forgetting their handle, but they were talking about like some of their personal favorite venues in Phoenix, and it got me thinking about my personal favorite venues in Phoenix. And of course you have the Van Buren, but the Crescent Ballroom, you're able to do so much with it with such little space.
For photography, you mean?
For not even for photography, but for crowds and stuff.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because you're able to, it's so much more intimate in that kind of venue, so you're able to have so much more energy with so less people.
I feel like, and kind of going off of that, the Valley Bar also has that, but because the Valley Bar is smaller, sometimes it's hard to get the crowd pumped up because there are so few people.
Yeah, and it's kind of like similar. It's like has the opposite effect, because you think with a bigger crowd you'd have more energy,
but low key.
But
people be quiet these days.
Yeah, especially if you go to like those big arena shows, like
State Farm.
If you go like State Farm, if you go to
Desert Diamond too.
Desert Diamond. I mean, when we saw Cast when we were there.
You can say Cigarettes After Sex.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, don't you worry. We saw Cigarettes After Sex, unfortunately.
And it was like, it's, in my opinion, kind of sucked.
It was It was a night.
It was a show.
And we'll move on from there.
Yeah.
This is not about my personal life or Cass.
Or venues, really. This is about another picture by Blondshell.
Blondshell.
So you are definitely the bigger
Yes,
fan.
I'm the one who...
You're the one who suggested we do this album after I gave you a list.
Landon was like, option A, B, C, D, and E, and I was like, Blondshell.
She chose option Z.
I chose option boom shakalaka.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you have already experienced like her debut album and saw her rise from when she was like just doing singles and EPs before this. How has her music evolved? And like, do you prefer her debut album or her sophomore album?
Ooh, that's a great question. Okay, so to answer that, I do need to ramble a little bit. My apologies. So in 2023, when I was a senior in high school, she released her self-titled album, Blondshell. It's 9 songs, and every single song off of that is incredible. It is one of my favorite albums of all time. When she came out with, and she also had a deluxe version of Blondshell with Cartoon Earthquake, Street Rat, and Tarmac 2 and Kiss City Home Demo, so those are also really good. But when she announced that she was coming out with If You Asked for a Picture, the non-deluxe version of Another Picture, I was elated. I was like, I know whatever content she's going to come out with is going to be incredible. And then I heard Thumbtack for the first song, which is explicit. We're not going to be able to play it, but it is the first track off the album. You're a thumbtack in my side. Oh my God. Like, it struck me deep in my heart. And then you go on to TNA, and Arms is the third track off the album. That is one of my favorite songs. It's become one of my favorite songs of all time, but it is definitely the best Blondshell song in my opinion. Her lyrics, and we're going to talk about this a little more, but her lyrics really resonate with me. She's gone through some similar experiences to what I've gone through. I also want to highlight the song Model Rockets. Landon, did you get a chance to listen to that one?
I did. That was one of the songs I did really enjoy. It is the last track on the album. I haven't really had like a little deep dive in it quite yet. Yeah. Which I would prefer to do if we were when we're talking about albums, to be honest. Yeah. So I'm definitely not the expert in this.
No, it's valid.
You are. I liked how it sounded. That's all I can really say.
And I heard Model Rockets because you listen. For me, this is a very much put it on and listen to all 12 tracks album because I feel like it's a story. It's not necessarily a concept album, but it's a story to me.
It's not like Tommy the Who.
We're not bringing Tommy up on this. Tommy boy. We'll edit that out. No, we're not. I heard Model Rockets and I was like, I don't know what I want anymore. Babe. Hit me hard and soft, one might say.
Whoa.
It did hit me.
And a lot of the themes that we see throughout this album is talking about the impacts of men's masculinity on not only men themselves, which we can see in songs like Arms, but also how they impact other people in their lives, which we can see again in Arms and also song T&A, talking about how, hey, I'm not your mom. Go deal with that, please.
I'm not your mom. Am I gay? Am I straight? Which is what Model Rockets is about. Would you like me to read a Genius annotation to you, as reliable as those are? Okay. So this is from the very bottom of the Genius page for the last track on this album, Model Rockets. Okay, this is a bit of a paragraph, but I feel like I have to read the whole thing. Okay, quote, and this is what Blondshell herself said. I love this idea of I'm stuck here and the life I could be living is out there somewhere else and someone else is living it. A life that's full and exciting and fun and scary and dangerous. That's not a possibility for me where I am. It's physically somewhere else. End quote. My dad's from LA and my grandma lives here. When I was a kid, I used to see LA in the movies and it was all partying and drugs and clubs. I'd come here as a preteen and do wholesome stuff with my family and think there's this whole other world happening here. Sometimes trying to stay healthy can feel like that, like life is happening somewhere else. That's what the song is about, and about feeling conflicted. And then this is her next paragraph. That's why I wanted it to also have a line about being bi. I think my sexuality is not the most interesting thing about me. When you end up talking about it, it can get flattened. But it's part of my experience. In my experience, as someone who is bi, you can attribute your dissatisfaction to your sexuality. When I'm with men, I'm like, ugh, I'm probably a lesbian. Then when I'm with women, I'm like, I'm probably just straight. You're hearing all of this biphobia in your head, and that came up in this song. Thoughts?
I
know that's a lot. But...
Yeah, it's a lot. This album is in general is just really, it is something that you, again, with like earlier we talked about like last week or 2 weeks ago with Everybody Scream.
Yeah.
It is an album where you can just sit and just listen to it while you're doing homework, but when you really sit down with the lyrics and like
isn't it so interesting?
Analyze it, you see how beautiful and like how deep like some of the, I'm not trying to sound like a music bro at all, but like
you're appreciating it, which as a man is very important. Like she's putting together this feminist piece of work and you're appreciating it, which I think is awesome.
It is a incredible project, and it really shows how again with masculinity, which is like which I'm like focusing on a whole lot just because those are the songs that I really
as a man, of course, you have a perspective on that. Yeah,
because like growing up I was surrounded by like sometimes toxic masculinity with like hockey and like all the sports I played.
Yeah.
But then at the same time I was experiencing the opposite of that with doing like theater, improv, and all that stuff. And it was so like refreshing kind of to see how she was able to like put in words how sometimes I kind of felt.
Yeah.
And seeing how everything just like kind of clicked.
Yeah, and I feel like number one, I appreciate you sharing that even with me and on air, but like I also have an interesting perspective on this as a queer woman. It's like, how are you supposed to present? How are you supposed to be masculine? Is it okay to not be? Am I? Like all of those questions that you ask yourself. So I totally like empathize with what you were going through and what this album brought up for you. But isn't it just so refreshing for her to just like put it into words in the way that hits? Like I'm hitting my hand against the table. I hope you guys can't hear it, who are listening after the show. But I just think this is a masterclass on gender roles, sexuality, and also awesome punk rock.
Yeah, this is like a great indie pop rock album.
Yeah.
With like hints of like little like folk music, I want to say.
Yeah, there's definite like Fleetwood Mac influences here. I know I always bring things back to Fleetwood Mac.
They're just going on Fleetwood Mac right now. They're just like such an incredible band, and you can literally see the impacts they're still having within the music industry
50
today.
plus years later. And for those of us who are listening and maybe seeing my social media rating not being a 10 out of 10, that's only because of the features. It brought it down for me. If we're talking about
just
purely if you asked for a picture, that's a 10 out of 10 for me.
It's a great album.
Yeah.
I'm surprised more people aren't really talking about it that much.
She's still underground, which like I love her, but for her sake, give her flowers. Let's go. Like
we need to appreciate not only her but like these other smaller artists who write incredible music.
People like the people that are featured on this, John, Samia, Gigi, Folk blank trio. I can't say that word. Connor, like all of these people are incredible. I just don't know that they needed to be on those. I feel like the matching of the artists to the songs was wrong. Like 23 is a Baby. I don't like that original song as much, but with her on it, I really appreciate it. TNA and Arms, like to me that ruined Arms because what I like so much about Arms is the oh well you're not like that vocalization. I can't do it because I don't have 5 voices, but like the layering of that track is one of the parts that like I love so much and it's gone.
Yeah.
So for me, that was a detraction. What did you think about that?
I only got to hear like once because I was just really busy this week. So
yeah,
again, I do apologize.
No, girl, you're fine.
From what I heard, it was. I mean, it's alright.
It was right?
Because going off tangent, but Pink Pantheress also released a bit of a remix album for her recent project, Fancy That, called Fancy Some More.
Right.
I gave that one a listen, and it's just like I don't have a reason to really go back and listen to them, which is what I kind of feel with not only these remixes, but like some of these songs a bit.
I agree.
This isn't like an album for me where I'm just going to where I'm going to go back and listen to it. It might be one of those albums down the line where I become obsessed with it, but for right now, just because I haven't really listened to not only this album, but to Blondshell, I'm not like super obsessed with it.
I think personally for you should go back and listen to her self-titled, not the deluxe version, because like Olympus, have you heard that one?
I haven't. I've only listened to these songs.
Olympus is the song that was like proto Arms for me. That was my favorite Blondshell song. like, she's literally talking about this toxic relationship and sweating out drugs with this guy. But it's awesome. Like, this song is so good. That and Veronica Mars, like, it rocks. And I think you would enjoy that because you do enjoy rock music so much. So I think you might like her first album a little bit better. And if you understand that first one, it might help you to understand the second one a little bit more. Because those same things that you like about if you asked for a picture or a present in Blondshell, the themes of masculinity versus femininity, toxic masculinity, relationship problems, mental health, sexuality, she still deals with those in the first one. So I think you should go back and listen, maybe even like while you're doing homework or whatever, and just kind of absorb it and then go back and read the lyrics.
Yeah, because the sounds from this album are just incredible. Like, I love the production.
It's really well produced.
It is, like,
I don't even know who produced it. Let me look.
Best produced albums I probably listened to, like, this year, in my opinion, besides, like, maybe Florence and the Machine's Everybody Scream.
That's fair. That's very fair. I'm having a hard time finding. Hold on. You keep telling me your thoughts while
And it was produced by Yves.
Well, that makes sense.
Who honestly has been having their own kind of moment, not only here, but, like,
in general.
The entire year.
Yeah.
Because they were on, like, on everything for, like, a hot minute there, I think.
As
or wait,
far
am
as
I
I'm
thinking of the right
remembering,
person?
Yves Rothman.
Yeah, Yves Rothman. I think I might be thinking of a different Yves.
Oh, maybe you are. Well, he's a cool person, so thank you for your contribution, sir. Actually, I don't know his or their pronouns. Whatever, you're a cool person. We appreciate you.
Yes.
What are some other, like, I know you kind of had a first impression with this, but, like, if you liked this music, what are some other things that you would like?
If you aren't the biggest fan of that rock sound on the album and want something a bit softer, honestly, Clairo.
And Fleetwood Mac.
Because I feel like Clairo is a softer version, but still kind of explores some of the same exact themes.
It's like a tree. Not my tummy making noises. What the heck? Clairo's on the left side of the tree. Blondshell's on the right. Lord is on the top. Whatever. Have you been listening to or seeing the Lord TikToks?
Which ones? The ones from her most recent tour?
Yeah, the ones where she's getting mad at people for using public transportation.
No.
I'll have to send it to you.
Okay.
Well, we'll talk about that off air. It's not important at all to this. What's on your Blondshell radio?
So for my Blondshell radio, it is, for context, if you don't know, guys, that we are.
If you haven't listened to every single episode we've ever put out.
So Spotify has Blondshell radio, and we kind of go through it and talk about the differences between ours.
It's giving like the sister songs.
Yeah. Because for me, mine are this recent band that you and I have talked about off air called the Beths.
Yes.
Who they came out their recent album. I personally really like their latest album. Straight Line was a Lie. If you haven't heard that album yet, it is fantastic.
It's actually really good.
One of my favorite albums.
What's your favorite song off that album? Mine is Metal.
I really like No Joy in Metal a whole lot.
So fair. Okay. Continue.
Anyway, so Beths, we have some of the stuff that Mag Bay recently released with their Nice Day singles collection,
which I still have not listened to.
Neither have I, if I'm being honest.
Love.
And then we have Hannah Jadagu, I'm guessing.
Hello? Spell it. Wait, I can't see that far.
Hannah Jadagu. Jadagu?
Yeah, I don't really know.
I sincerely do apologize.
Hannah, we're so sorry,
I'm
baby
so sorry
girl.
if I mispronounced that.
We have limited brain cells here in the studio.
I'm not that
today.
smart, okay?
Yeah, real.
And then we have No Hard Feelings by the Beaches, Prelude to Ecstasy, Last Dinner Party, Blue Weekend, Wolf Alice, Lucky for You, Bully by Bully.
Are you a big Bully fan?
I actually never heard of Bully before.
Okay, my answer to the if you like blank, you'd like blank. If you like Blondshell, you'd like Bully. Because they did a song together called Docket, and it's about putting men on a list, and I love it.
What kind of list?
Oh, like a roster.
Okay.
Like a docket. On my Blondshell radio is Magdalena Bay, Annie DeRusso, Mama, Julia Jacqueline, bully, mannequin,
Mannequin,
P-word.
probably a word we can't say on air.
You know, we definitely can't.
But if you know, you know.
I don't know why that got me. I'm so sorry. Lucia, soccer mommy, Twen, mannequin, P-word, and Sea Lemon. Have you heard of any of those people, Landon?
I have heard of mannequin P-word.
The way we keep having to say it. I'm so sorry,
They
everyone.
are very up and coming, but unfortunately, I haven't really listened to them a whole lot.
Okay, well, we can't do an episode on them because I'm going to end up saying it on air. So we need to stop talking about it.
Maybe we could do an off-air episode for when we have our little break.
Oh, wait. Low key, should we do like a Zoom episode next week?
Yeah.
And then everyone can see the look on my face and the look on your face when I'm singing. You know, as we wrap up the show today, I would just like to say, I love
Sometimes
Blondshell.
it's okay to take a men down a peg.
No, for real.
But
This is feminism.
yeah. But you have to be sure, like, we don't be like,
We don't want to be misandrous.
we don't want to be like bad when we do it.
One might say salad. Well, you haven't heard salad. She basically says, gonna get big, like,
Oh, okay.
like scary.
Okay.
It's
okay to take men down a peg
Yeah. I
and
have
embrace
some-
bisexuality.
Yes, period. Not for us. But I have some other thoughts that I have to share with you.
Okay.
If I don't see Blondshell again in my life in concert, you will find me laying on the freeway.
Which one is that way I can know which one to run you over on?
Probably the 17, because it's one of the most dangerous freeways in the country.
Right on Bethany Helm or next Metro Parkway?
Well, I don't want to get murdered. I just want to get run over. I'm thinking like
Or
low-key Bethany Home.
Or how about Castles and Coasters?
No, that's Also, hey, shout out to the people that towed me.
Oh yeah, you got towed.
I got towed, and on the ride back to my house, all I could think of was the lyrics to Model Rockets. And with that, we're closing out the show today. Thank you so much for listening, everyone.
This has been Album Splain.
I'm Landon.
And I'm Bella.
Toodaloo.
Ta-ta for now.
Go listen to Blondshell.
Please. Go.